Hey there, it's Thursday evening, and I've been working my ass off all week on a project, mainly working on the videos. It's a build series again, and not quite done yet, but I really need a break. So I decided to come out here to the shop and mess around with a card scraper again. I'm going to sharpen the other side. This is the card scraper I used in the video where I scraped the side of the board to compare it to sanding, okay? And I want to quickly sharpen the other side to show you how long it takes. Because, you know, I talked about whenever you say something, people feel challenged. Well, whenever you show something, they start picking out things that will, I don't know, distract. Like, oh, you don't know how to sharpen a scraper if it's not as smooth as sanding. Well, I definitely do know how to sharpen a scraper. I mean, here are the shavings from the oak that were produced by this. And I didn't spend a lot of time sharpening it. And that's what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to do it like without stopping. I was going to film it with this camera right here, show you everything that I do to bring this edge over here, which is pretty much worn out, back to life. I take the scraper, put the side up that I'm going to be working on in my vise, sticking up, I don't know, around 3/4 of an inch. I'm not measuring it, that's for sure. And I'm going to take my file, and I need something to put on the other side. This block of wood will do. I'll take the file, put it on one side, block of wood on the other, and I'll push it back and forth. What I'm doing here is I'm getting rid of the burr that's already there on the other side. And I'll do it on the other side as well. Okay, and the block is there to prevent my fingers from getting cut on the edge of the scraper, which, although it's dull, will still cut your fingers. I'll do the other side a little bit more. So maybe the other side of the... All right, so that's the sides of the scraper, done. Now I need to work on the top up here, okay? Because basically it's domed, it's rounded over. And I'm just gonna clear some of this crap out of the way. I'm just gonna take my file and stroke it back and forth and flatten it out. I'm not measuring the angle or anything. Looks close. Doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to get a little bit of oil, which I have here. This is sharpening oil that I use on my oil stone, and I'm just going to put it on the edge of the scraper and kind of coat it like that, very thinly. And my burnisher is a screwdriver bit. Actually, this is hardened steel, very hard enough for burnishing, in my opinion, or at least I don't have a problem with it. Now I'm going to take that, I'm going to start in the middle. I'm going to hold it so the thing is up so that I've got a sharp edge down, you know, one of the 6 vertices, I guess. And I'm just going to stroke it back at a slight angle, stroke it ahead of the slight angle, back, slight angle, forward, slight angle. And again, I'm going to do it like 3 times. And then I'm going to check the edge. That's got a good hook on there. And I'm going to do the same for the other side. I'm not pressing down super hard here. I'm just pressing down very lightly. 3 times should do it. And that's it. To the best of my knowledge, I haven't tried it yet, of course. I'll do that right now. This is sharp. I'll take it out and feel sharp. I've got a piece of my maple here. This is my spalted stuff that I cut. This is hard maple. All right, spalted, very much like my mallet, same wood, but it's not in any way soft, okay? It's still solid. So I'm going to clamp that down to the workbench, and it's moving quite a lot. So I'm going to, I don't know. Get that clamp down nice and tight so it doesn't move. And then I'm going to readjust the other camera so that it's pointing at it better. So the surface of this is real rough. All right, it's the bandsaw cuts actually. So the side that I just sharpened is this one right here. All right, so I'm just gonna start working on the surface. And as you can see, what first comes out of the scraper on a rough surface like this looks like dust. You're not gonna get shavings from a wavy, undulating surface like this. Okay, you have to cut through that. And it shouldn't take a long time with this. And that's what I was saying about the scraper. You know, when I sanded this piece over here with 100, instead of doing the 100 grit, do the scraper, then the 220 with the machine, then the 220 by hand, and you're done. So the scraping will save the 100 grit sanding for the most part. Okay, let's get into this here. Now, as you can see, what's coming off now are shavings because I'm down almost to the wood underneath. Hang on, let's see if I can get a good run here. See? But you can hear it rubbing over the washboard surface that I'm still having here. I'm going to try the other side. Look at that. Shavings. And how long did it take me to sharpen this? And I'm running my fingers on it. I could feel a little bit of ridge action happening, but not bad. It's what you're going to get from a scraper, in my opinion. I mean, think about it. It's a scraper. How does scraping sound precision? Okay? So, this wood is hard, and you can see the shavings that are coming off. It's really cutting well. And I think that is a good demonstration for how much time it would take to spend. And keep in mind that this is not actually a store-bought scraper. This is a homemade one made from a saw blade. Okay, so maybe not the ideal steel. As you can see, it does the job. And if your expectations are within reason, it'll do the job that you need it to do, which in my opinion is rapid stock removal that will replace a lot of sanding.
Your problem is you spent your whole life thinking there are rules. There aren't. We used to be guerrillas. All we had is what we could take and defend. The truth is, you're more of a man today than you were yesterday.